Hello, it's a Tuesday morning. Welcome to the AM Show. I'm Benedict Owusu, the sports segment here on the AM Show. Well, a lot to talk about this morning. Obviously, the attention will be on women's football. 4 days to the big competition here in Ghana. That's the African Women's Championship. And as you know, the Black Queens will participate in that competition, and we are hoping to do a host and win here. Yesterday, one of Ghana's opponents in the group, that's Group A, arrived in the country, that's Algeria. And actually, Ghana-Algeria will play the first game in this very tournament. So away from that as well, we also have to talk about the Black Maidens. They are also in Uruguay to play in this year's FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, and they are starting their campaign later today. So I mean, it's all about women's football this morning. We'll build up to the Black Queens upcoming Africa Women's Championship, and also we'll do that of the Black Maidens. I will talk a little bit about the Black Stars. The technical team left Accra for Kenya yesterday to begin camping ahead of their game against Ethiopia. They are playing against Ethiopia in an Africa Cup of Nations qualifier that will be played this coming Sunday. So a lot of activities happening with the various national teams, and definitely we have to start with the Black Maidens. And as I noted earlier, they will play their first game of this year's FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup later today with host nation Uruguay. Remember, Ghana camped in Brazil going into this year's competition, played 2 trial games. The first one was against FC America, which they won by 4-0, and then lost 2-1 to Cameroon. Cameroon also representing Africa at this year's competition. Well, the skipper of the team, Mukarama Abdullah, is very, very hopeful of a good start at this year's competition.
So I don't have any fear, and I'll just make steady and the whole team so that we will stay out of defeat. Losing against Cameroon was just something surprising to me, because we were not expecting to lose against them, but it's a game. In it, either you lose or you win. So losing against Cameroon was, so they shouldn't be so happy, because coming back from the loss, we have go through our mistakes and solve our problems. So we are coming with full hope, so they shouldn't be so happy.
All right, so Mukarama Abdullah is a skipper of the Black Maidens team, and she did very well for Ghana in the qualifiers. He emerged as the top scorer in the qualifiers, and obviously Evans Alote will be hoping that his player will bang the goals for him at this year's competition. So away from the Black Maidens, now we can talk the Black Queens, and it's just 4 days to the start of this year's African Women's Championship, which will be staged here in Ghana. And as I noted earlier, Algeria, they will play Ghana in the first game in this year's competition. They arrived in Ghana last night, and the Black Queens are also in camp preparing for their opener on Saturday. Well, a member of the GFA Normalization Committee, Na Odufole Note, who doubles as head of delegation for the Black Queens, insists we are doing a host and win.
So this time on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. kickoff, we expect every Ghanaian to be in their national colours at the stadium to come and wish our girls well, cheer them on, just flow them fast, sing their songs, let's make noise, blow your horns, whatever.
But don't you think we should measure expectations? I mean, following what you've seen of the team.
We are winning. We are winning, hands down. South Africa is not a cheap team. Okay. Look at their girls. They were fast, they were swift, they took advantage. Unfortunately for them, we did better. No measuring of expectations, all out.
All right, so that was Na Odufole Note. She's a member of the Normalization Committee of the Ghana Football Association, and also head of delegation for the Black Queens. And the tournament is beginning, starting this very Saturday here in Ghana. Well, away from the Black Queens and also the other issues regarding women's football, we can talk about the Black Stars. And Coach Kwesi Appiah and his technical team members left Accra for Kenya yesterday to begin preparation ahead of their game against Ethiopia this coming Sunday. What it means is that Ghana must win that game at all costs to put our hopes of qualifying for the Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon 2019 back on track. We've played 2 games in our group. The first one, which we played here in Ghana, was against Ethiopia, which we won by 5-1, and then we went away to play against Kenya. Unfortunately, we lost that game by 1-0, and you all know what happened with our game against Sierra Leone. So what it means happens is that we have 2 more games to play in that group, and this coming Sunday, Ghana will play against Ethiopia in Addis Ababa. We'll follow the team and definitely will bring you more in terms of our build-up to that game. But we can go to Uruguay now and speak to media officer of the Black Maidens team. That's William Bosman. So Bosman is definitely going to tell us about the team's preparations as well as kickoff time of the game today. Bosman, thanks so much for joining me, and sorry for waking you up early. I know it's at dawn in Uruguay. In terms of the team's preparations, how far have they gone?
Well, thank you very much, Benedict. The Black Maidens took their preparations to Brazil, where they had a training tour. The team played against America FC, and then their Cameroonian counterparts, they won against America FC, a female club side in Brazil, and then lost to Cameroon 2-1. The team arrived in Uruguay on Thursday, and then since they arrived, they've been training at the club Rentetas Stadium. And then on Sunday, they had an opportunity to train at the Estadio Suria, where this evening's match will be played. Again, they trained again yesterday at the club Rentetas Stadium, and then I can assure you that the team is well prepared mentally and then practically, technically for the game today.
You've been doing a great job by sending us interviews with the players as well as the coach. You have been interacting with them. Per what they've been telling you and what we have also been hearing from them. Is that the case? Are they really ready for the competition?
Well, from my interaction with the coach and the players, what they've told me is that they are taking an inspiration from the 2012 performance of the Black Maidens team then, when they made it to the semi-final stage and won bronze. The first time an African team had done that at the time. And then they are looking forward to make it past the semi-final stage and even make it to the final, and if possible, leave the trophy for Ghana. The team is poised to, in the short term, qualify from the group stage, and then long term, look at making it to the final.
Is at dawn at where you are now? That's in Uruguay, Montevideo, and here in Ghana is at 7 a.m. What time is the game kicking off?
Well, the game will kick off at 7 p.m. here in Uruguay, and then that means it will be 10 p.m. in Ghana. Uruguay is behind Ghana 3 hours.
10 p.m. All right, okay. We'll stay awake and watch the game. Bossman, thanks so much for your time here on the show. We'll definitely
Thank you very much, Benedict. We are urging all Ghanaians to stay awake and then support the Black Maidens for the 90 minutes after 10 p.m.
All right, thanks so much for your time. So that's a media officer of the Black Maidens team, William Bosman, speaking to us all the way from Uruguay. We definitely will pray and support the team, and we'll all have to stay awake and watch the Black Maidens. So more on the show, we'll bring you highlights of everything that will happen in that game between the Black Maidens and Uruguay. It's the first game of this year's FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup for our team. In 2012, at the competition, we got to the semi-finals and won bronze, and obviously they will be looking at that story to go a step further. A step further means getting into the final and eventually winning the title. That's how we end sports this morning. I'm Benedict Tosu. Thanks so much for your company.